Have you ever felt a trembling in your hands as you reach for something simple like a cup of coffee, or noticed your legs hesitate on the stairs as if they've forgotten their strength? Maybe you've brushed it off, blamed a restless night or a busy day, but deep down a quiet fear flickers. Is this the beginning of losing myself right now as you sit there? 5 sign. And killers could be devouring your muscles, everyday food you trust lurking in your kitchen, stripping away the power that keeps you free. These aren't loud threats, they're thieves in the night, and they're hitting older adults like you hardest. Stick with me until the end of this video, because I'm about to expose these culprits, including a fruit you've loved since childhood and a veggie you'd say, "Where's your ally?" and hand you the simple life-changing swaps to fight back and hold on to the strength you deserve. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you liked this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. 1 white bread and refined flours, the comfort that betrays you. Imagine the scene: a quiet morning, the faint hum of a kettle in the background, and there it is, up. Perfectly golden slice of white bread popping up from the toaster, its edges crisp, its center soft and yielding. Maybe it's slathered with butter that melts into every pore. Or perhaps it's a flaky croissant, its delicate layers crumbling as you tear it apart, paired with a bitter warmth of black coffee. This is comforting carnet, a ritual woven into the fabric of countless lives. A whisper of childhood picnics, our lazy Sundays. It's the sandwich that fueled you through long days, the pasta that twirled around your fork after a hard week, the cookies that promise sweetness in a bitter moment. But here's the cruel twist: beneath this cozy familiar facade hides betrayal. A wolf in sheep's clothing that's been stripped of its virtue and weaponized against you. White bread, refined pasta, cakes, cookies, donuts, anything born from processed flour has been robbed of its soul in the name of convenience and shelf life. Picture the grain as it once was, a humble seed brimming with life, its outer husk rich with fiber to steady your digestion, its core packed with magnesium to calm your nerves and power you muscles, its essence laced with B vitamins to keep your energy humming. Now imagine the industrial grind, the whirring blades and sifting screens that peel away those gifts, discarding the brand and germ like chaff, and the wind. What's left is a ghostly shell, a powdery mix of starch and sugar bleached to an unnatural white, its nutritional heart gouged out. It's no longer food in the truest sense. It's a hollow imitation, a commentary phantom engineered to please your tongue, while sabotaging your body. When you take that first bite, the betrayal unfolds in silence, slow motion. The refined carbs dissolve almost instantly, flooding your bloodstream with glucose like a dam breaking loose. Your pancreas rambles to respond, pumping out insulin in a desperate bid to corral the chaos. At first you feel nothing, no alarm bells, no flashing lights, just a fleeting satisfaction of a full belly. But beneath the surface a quiet war begins. That insulin spike doesn't just manage sugar, it triggers a cascade of formation, a low-grade fire that smolders in your tissues. Picture it like rust creeping over iron. It gnaws at your muscle fibers, frank their strength and disrupting their repair. Amino acids, the building blocks your muscles need to recover from a workout or simply carry you through the day, get diverted, locked away, or burned up in the hormonal store. Meanwhile, your body, sensing abundance, it doesn't need, start hoarding fat, layering it around your middle, your thighs, and your joints. The fallout builds over time, insidious and relentless. Your joints burdened by extra weight creak and protest with every step. Your muscles, starved of sustenance and bad by inflammation, begin to waste away, a condition called sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that sneaks up like a thief in the night. It's not just about vanity, it's about freedom, the ability to climb stairs without gasping, to lift a bag of groceries without strain, to rise from a chair without a second thought. All of that slips away as Sir, aka opinion, tightens its grip. And the irony, the very foods you turn to for comfort, the warm rolls, the fluffy pancakes, the birthday cakes, pave the way for this decline crumb by crumb. But there's a way to fight back, to reclaim what's yours. Cast aside the traitors and call in the reinforcements, whole grain warriors that stand firm against the assault. Picture a dense slice of rye bread, its earthy tang a testament to its unrefined grit, or a bowl of lentil pasta, its protein-packed strands of quiet rebellion against the empty calories of its refined cousins. Pair them with allies like olive oil, liquid gold that suits inflammation, or grilled salmon. It's omega-3's, a bomb for your aching tissues. These aren't just foods, they're armor fuel for your strength rather than fodder for your downfall. They nourish your muscles, steady your blood sugar, and keep the rusted. Hey, the choice is stark. Cling to the fleeting comfort of betrayal, or embrace the enduring power of resilience. Which will you feed? If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. To orange juice, the sweet lie you've been sold. Close your eyes and take a trip back in time. You're a kid again, maybe 8 or 9, perched on a wobbly kitchen chair, the linoleum cool under your bare feet, the morning sun spills through the window, painting golden streaks across the table, and there's your mom, or maybe your dad or grandparents, sliding a tall glass of orange juice your way. It's a beauty to behold, a vibrant, almost glowing amber flecked with tiny pulpits that catch the light like flecks of summer condensation. Clings to the glass, a promise of cold relief on a warm day. Drink up, they say, their voice warm with care. It's full of vitamin C, nature's way of keeping you strong, chasing off colds. YouTube it back, the sweet tart rush flooding your mouth, a burst of citrus that feels like sunshine itself. It's more than a drink, it's a hug, a ritual, a piece of folklore passed down through generations, for years, decades. Even we've swallowed this tale whole. Orange juice as the poster child of health, a breakfast staple, a liquid shield against the world's woes. But here's the bitter, heart-wrenching twist, the revelation that lands like a punch to the gut, that cheerful glass alongside. It's kinda like apple or grape juice isn't the savior we've been led to believe. It's a muscle-wrecking impostor, a sugary siren song dressed up as virtue, and it's been pulling the wool over our eyes all along. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. A whole orange is a masterpiece of nature's design, a plump, dimpled globe, cradling juicy segments bursting with vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants. But the real magic, the fiber woven into its full ash, that gritty, chewy matrix that slows everything down just right when you eat an orange, peeling it with sticky fingers and popping each wedge into your mouth. Your body gets the full package. Nutrients delivered steadily, blood sugar rising and falling like a gentle tide, your gut humming happily as the fiber feed your microbiome. Now take that same orange and squeeze it into juice. What happens? You rip away the soul of the fruit, the pulp, the pith, the fibrous scaffolding, and leave behind a stripped-down shadow of its former self. What's left is a fructose juggernaut, a concentrated sugar payload with no defenses. A single 12-ounce glass of orange juice can slam you with 36 grams of sugar. More than a can of cola without the fiber to soften the blow. It's a tidal wave crashing into your system, a rush so fast and fierce, it's like flooring the gas pedal with no brakes. That flood of fructose doesn't just vanish a barrel straight to your liver. The body's overworked processing plant, unlike glucose with your muscles and brain can burn for entered. G fructose is a one-way ticket To have padded chaos, your liver scrambles to metabolize it, churning out triglycerides, fatty molecules that spill into your bloodstream, coating arteries and nesting around your organs like unwelcome house guests. Picture it as slick, oily sheen building up over time, a slow creep that doesn't just widen your waist, but now ignites inflammation, that smoldering fire that eats away at your muscle tissue. Without fiber to pace things out, your blood sugar spikes like a rocket launch, insulin surges, your energy peaks, and then just as fast it nose dives, you're left slumped, foggy-headed, and ravenous, your body crying out for more fuel even though you just down glass of health. Your muscles, they're caught in the crossfire, starved of stability, battered by inflammation, and robbed of the steady strength they need to thrive. It's a betrayal dressed in a sunny you. A drink you trusted to build you up is quietly dismantling you, sip by deceptive sip. And then there's the mind game. Do a whole orange and your brain gets the memo, teeth grinding through the pulp, stomach filling with fiber, a satisfying signal that says I'm good. It's a slow dancer meal that lingers. Guzzle a glass of juice though, and it's gone in 10 seconds flat. 300 calories of liquid sugar that barely registers. Your society senses blink confused, and before you know it, you're reading the pantry, your body tricked into thinking it's still starving. Studies back this up. Liquid calories don't satiate like solid food, leaving you hungrier, heavier, and weaker over time. Meanwhile, the juice industry spends its yarn ads with dew-kissed oranges, slogans like 100% natural, a halo of wholesomeness that masks the truth. Compare that to soda, vilified for its sugar sims, while orange dew, it's buy on borrowed goodwill. But the numbers don't lie ounce for ounce, it's just as brutal, sometimes worse, and your muscles bear the scars. Inflammation eroding protein, fat crowding out lean mass, a slow fade from the vitality you deserve. So where's the redemption? It's in the real stuff. The whole fruits that don't need a PR campaign aim to prove their worth. A whole orange, a handful of strawberries, a crisp apple with the skin on. These are your allies, fiber and all their steady fuel, not a sugar spike nourishment. Not a con. Want a morning boost? Blend a strawberry smoothie with a dollop of Greek yogurt for protein and scatter of chia seed for heft, a thick separable treat that sticks with you. Or keep it dark and simple, a wedge of lemon or lime squeezed into ice cold water, a sharp clean jolt with no hidden agenda. Your muscles will sing for it, not with fanfare, but with a quiet strength of every step that feels sure. Every lift becomes easier. Every morning you wake up a little less deceived. Ditch the carton, break the spell, and reclaim the truth. That kid at the table deserves to know the real gift isn't in the glass, it's in the fruit itself, unjuiced and unbroken. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. Processed meets the convenience that costs too much. Close your eyes and imagine the scene: a thick, rosy slice of ham folded onto your sandwich, its edges culling just so promising, a salty bite of comfort that takes you back to childhood lunches. Or picture a skillet at dawn, sausage links hissing and spitting as they brown, their fatty sheen catching the light, filling the kitchen with a hearty aroma that signals the start of a busy day. Maybe it's bacon, those thin marbled strips laid out like soldiers in a pan, sizzling their way to a crisp golden perfection, each snap crackle releasing a smoky scent that feels like a warm hug from a bygone era. These are the tastes and textures of convenience, the edible echoes of decades past, when life seemed gentler, less hurried, when a meal could be thrown together without a second thought, a small rebellion against a ticking clock. For so many processed meats like salami with its pepper-flecked bite, juries, dripping with spiced oil, or pepperoni culling into greasy cups on a Friday night Pete, are more than food. They are tethered to tradition, a shortcut to satisfaction, But here's the bitter truth: that simplicity, that fleeting ease exacts it all, and for older adults in particular, it's a steep and unforgiving price paid in the currency of health, mobility, and time. Let's peel back the layers of this commentary conundrum. Processed meats owe their long shelf life and appealing hue to nitrites and nitrates, chemical preservatives that sound innocuous enough on a label tucked between unpronounceable additives. But don't be fooled by their quiet presence. Once they slip into your bloodstream, they're like tiny arsonists, sparking a slow, smoldering inflammation that spreads through your body like wildfire through dry grass. This isn't a dramatic blaze you'd notice right away. It's insidious, creeping into your muscles, annoying at them cell by cell, unraveling the sinewy strength that lets you hoist a grandchild into your arms or push yourself up from a favorite armchair day after day. Bite after bite, this chronic irritation chips away at your foundation, leaving you more fragile than you'd ever suspect from something as mundane as a deli slice. Then there's the saturated fat, a slick, heavy intruder woven into every marbled streak and glistening bead of grease. It's not just a passive passenger, it's a saboteur. Picture your arteries as a network of rivers, once wide and free-flowing, carrying oxygen-rich blood to every corner of your body. Your muscles, your heart, your brain. Now imagine that fat settling in like silt after a storm, building up along the banks, narrowing the channels until the current slows to a sluggish crawl. Your muscles, starved their lifeblood, begin to falter. Legs tire halfway through a garden stroll, and arms tremble under the weight of a grocery bag. Started as a quick sandwich becomes a quiet assault on your vitality, a betrayal masked by the very thing you thought was fueling you. And we can't overlook the sodium. Oh, the sodium. Processed meats are drenched in it, a crystal and flood that gives them their punchy flavor and keeps them preserved for months on end. It's a staggering load, far be. Oh, and what your body was built to handle. This isn't just a sprinkle of salt on a fresh cooked meal. It's a deluge that seeps into your tissues, acting like a greedy sponge. It sucks moisture from your cells, leaving your muscles parched and prone to seizing up. Think of those agonizing cramps, the jolt you awake at 3 a.m., or the stiffness that settles into your joints like an unwelcome guest. Your body hydrates from the inside out, and with every salty bite you're left weaker and more brittle, as if the very essence of your resilience is being drained away. Now the counter-argument: but they've got protein, you might say, pointing to the nutrition facts on the package. True, there's a protein in there, a modest amount of whisper of what your muscles crave to repair and rebuild, but it's a hollow victory drowned out by a chorus of fillers, artificial flavorings, and chemical tricks that prop up the illusion of nourishment. It's like panning for gold, and a muddy stream. You might find a few flecks, but you're wading through muck to get it. Compare that to the real treasures waiting in your kitchen. Imagine a chicken breast, plump and tender, kissed by a hot grill until its surface caramelized, as locking in juices that burst with every bite, delivering a robust 25 grams of protein per serving, pure and unadulterated, ready to meet your muscles back together after a long day. Or wild-caught sardines, their silvery bodies packed tight in a tin, the shimmering with omega-3 fatty acids that douse inflammation like water on a flame, while fortifying your heart and easing creaky joints. Picture a golden egg, its yolk a vibrant orb of sunshine spilling onto your plate, with a wealth of protein, healthy fats, and brain-boosting choline natures. Multivitamin in a fragile shell. These aren't just replacements, they're revelations. Whole foods, the packed nutritional punch, without the collateral damage that lift you instead of dragging you down. Processed meats might wear the mask of friendship, quick to prepare, familiar on the tongue, a soothing ritual in a chaotic world. But they're wolves in sheep's clothing, eroding your health with every casual bite. For older adults whose bodies are already wrestling with aware of time. This isn't a minor indulgence, it's a gamble with stakes too high to ignore. Your muscles, your arteries, and your very vitality deserve better than a cheap fix that frays the threads of your strength. Think of the years you've earned, the triumphs, the struggles, the quiet moments of resilience, and ask yourself, why hand them over to a foe disguised as a treat? Trade the false comfort for the real deal. Choose the slow roasted chicken that melts in your mouth, the sardines that hum with the sea's wild energy, the egg that cradles life itself. These are the allies your body needs, sustenance that honors the journey you've traveled and fuels the road still ahead. You're worth more than convenience, you always have been. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. For raw spinach, the hero with a hidden flaw. So spinach swaggered into the spotlight long ago, a green titan etched into cultural lore as Popeye's fist-clenching fuel, a vegetable that wears its reputation like a cape. It's the kind of food that demands attention on your plate. A cascade of dark velvety leaves, their edges culling with quiet confidence, their color so rich it seems to pulse with life. Bite into it wrong, and there's a crisp, earthy snap. Cook it down and it melts into a tender, silken heap. It's versatile, unassuming, yet bold, a chameleon of the kitchen that promises health, with every serving packed to the brim with iron to stoke the fires of your blood, antioxidants to wage war on rogue free radicals, and a roster of vitamins K. I see that sound like the alphabet of immortality. Spinach feels like a bet you can't lose. It's the poster child of clean eating, a verdant badge of honor for anyone chasing vitality you trusted with your life. Wouldn't you a leafy knight in shining armor, ready to rescue you from the perils of a nutrient-starved existence? But here's where the tale takes a turn. Raw spinach, for all its dazzling heroism, harbors a secret so sly could unravel the very strengths of claims to bolster. Beneath its nutrient-dense surface skulks oxalic acid, a chemical trickster with a penchant for sabotage. Imagine the scene: you're standing at your counter, a colander overflowing with those vibrant leaves, their dew-drop sheen catching the light. You're crafting a masterpiece, a salad so towering it could double as a centerpiece, or a smoothie so green it looks like it was brewed in an emerald cauldron. You toss in handful after handful, smug with a certainty that you're flooding your body with goodness. You sip or chew, feeling the glow of virtue wash over you, picturing your muscles hardening, your energy surging, your cells singing hymns of gratitude. Meanwhile, deep in the shadows of your digestive tract, oxalic acid is pulling off a heist worthy of a master thief. This isn't a loud crime, it's a quiet, methodical betrayal. Oxalic acid sidles up to calcium and magnesium, to minerals so essential